What is going on, guys? We are back with another video in our Flyers Fantasy Draft Relocation franchise. I had to pause for a second. I was like, oh yeah, there's a lot of words coming up, aren't there? And it is week, technically 10, because obviously we have the bye week, and then, right now we're in week 8, because we're going to try to make a trade before the trade deadline hits. Looking at the roster, a big need would probably be an offensive lineman. I will say, at first glance, I kind of like who we have. However, Billy Price, he's 26. How much, developing does he really have left in him? Same with Mailata. What is he? He's only 24, actually, but he's very rough. I mean, you're looking at, he's okay against power rushers, but basically, did I just say basically? I don't even know, dude. But basically, we play a finesse-style player, we're done for. Even if we play a power move guy, we're screwed. So, even though I think Mailata has a lot of potential, he could just sit back up, learn from the rest of the players. We should try to get a new tackle. Simply put, I don't think there's really any arguing that. We should get a new tackle, and I still have been trying to think of a backup tight end. I have no idea who we should go for. I don't have any clue. There's not a single name everyone's been saying in the comments section or anything like that. We'll have to figure out who we go for. So we trade the Buccaneers Michael Dieter and a 6th round next year for Max Gilbert. The thing about Max Gilbert is he's actually a lot better than a 75 overall. If you look at his ratings, especially if you compare him to Mailata, it's not even close. I'm not sure why he is such a low overall. I mean, you look at this, over 84 awareness on top of it. He is very slow, I will say, but 90 strength, pretty much low 80s, basically. High 70s, low 80s. Definitely an immediate improvement. Obviously, Mailata will be still primed as the starter at some point. But, I mean, you factor Mailata's only 4 overalls less, and he's 20 times worse. He's got, 16 less awareness? Something. It's not even close. It really isn't. Also, you're probably thinking, today was probably supposed to be a Titans video and some other video. Well, let me tell you, math it doesn't matter. I know you're probably counting, he had a Flyers last time. That means tighten this. Math doesn't matter around here. You guys probably should know that by now. The only math that matters is liking and subscribing to get those numbers up. I love numbers. So what do we say? I love math. So, I found this random tight end. I don't know who the hell this guy is, but I suppose we'll go for him. We'll trade Burnett, Johnson, and a 7th next year for him. I don't know. Don't know if you guys ever heard of that guy. There's going to be someone in the comment section saying, clearly that, sir, is Albert O. And yes, I'll have to freaking know his name again. I'll have to learn it. And just to be fair, I don't know if we're just taking our 7th round back. Excuse me. They really wouldn't take Anthony Rush? I love Anthony Rush. I guess they're just not going to have him. All right, so we got them over there. We do have to look at Albert O. See what we're looking at. And also, we do have to add 3 more players to the roster. Actually, 2 more? 1 more, actually, because I don't think Jeudy counts. Do the injured players count? I think they do, actually, so we do need 3 more. So I'd say we're pretty much ready to go. Obviously, we do have to sign those backups, but Albert O is a little bit, I don't know what that sound was. Albert O is a little bit higher of an overall now because I did have to adjust his speed. Even this might be a little low. Depends on if they want to go for 40 time or game tape, but 87 speed, 89 excel, 80 agility, I think is perfectly fine for a 4.49 40 time. Still a lot to work on. However, still super young. Obviously, plenty of time. Wearing number 88, which I think is actually a really cool number for him. So totally fine with that. And Cameron Butler's wearing number 46. Yeah, unless we're actually going to play him at fullback. At least with Dallas Clark, he allows us to put him at something like 44. So that's why I like when players wear peculiar numbers and they make it work. So a number like 44 looks all right. I think we might be getting Jeudy back after the bye as well. We are. So very, very big week coming up here. To start off the game versus the Seahawks, we have ourselves a breakout player. So this is a pretty big episode, to be honest. So taking a look at the division, the Niners are kind of making a little bit of a rebound. I think we have swept them on the season, though. 5-3, so they're going to need a bit of help. Cardinals are 4-4, and then the Seahawks they've hit rock bottom, basically. See what kind of overall upgrades we have. We have Dawson Knox, maybe some other players as well, maybe Jordan Love, hopefully. Dawson Knox with a nice big upgrade, plus due to catching, that could be big. That's a pretty good upgrade. He got +1 at catching traffic as well, I believe. Michael Onwenu. We got to keep the power going. We just got to. Pass block, run block, power. So, yeah, we need to start working on the finesse style things, though. He's really solid. I mean, 87 pass block is great. 1 overall away from an ability slot as well. Man-to-man, I want to keep the scheme fit, but at the same time, we're not upgrading these players evenly. 2-man coverage, I mean, his man's kind of pulling away a little bit. Jordan Love, do we actually need strong arm? I mean, deep accuracy is our lowest, so let's go with deep accuracy kind of stuff. I don't even think he went up in overall there. I think it just shifted. 1 deep, 1 mid. I mean, I guess it's better than the last upgrade, but even then, it's not by much. Reverse psychology, we're going to go for an accurate. Did it work? It didn't, but hey, we do need the accuracy. Monty Rice, we're still going to go with run stopper because we do user him a decent bit. And I'm going to be honest, that's not a great upgrade at all. No upgrade for Jalen, really? I mean, that was still a pretty good upgrade. It just didn't get one on his overall. Yikes, some of these players are still... How are we winning so many games, though? Who do you guys think this is? Could this be Stevens, perhaps? Let's find out. It is! Question for you, Coach. How closely have you been watching Jacoby Stevens? Because he made some really big plays last week. If he makes a play against the Hawks, here we go. Hold the Seahawks to less than 150 passing yards or get Stevens 2+ blah, blah, blahs. He is star. I thought it's like 3+, no? We have a lot of good dev players on this team. Like a ton. Yikes, 85, we're done. Here we go. Is this a nighttime game? It is! Once again, I've said this is potentially the best looking stadium in the league. Definitely a top 5. Even though, as a Packers fan, I mean a Flyers fan, I'm supposed to hate them, but it just looks good. Like, we can all admit when something looks good, right? It just looks good. Maybe it's just from the front. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for from stadiums. Maybe I'm just a basic B, like a honey, a bee. But it just looks good. Like, that front, I don't know why. It just looks awesome. I don't know why. It just does. And, hey, hate me all you want. I don't know why you would hate me, but maybe you do. And they're wearing their lime greens at night, at home, in the biggest game of their season. This probably doesn't bode well for us, right? Mahomes leading a pretty solid passing attack. They have the 6th best rushing attack in the league. And then if you look at the differential, it's really shocking because these teams are doing really badly, yet they're barely not scoring a lot of points. So I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know if they just smoked a bunch of like the teams they beat. They smoked, but it's so weird to see a 3-5 team that's -4. It's so weird. Like the Cardinals, I think were on the list at what 4-4 or whatever it was, and they're -23. It's like that makes a little bit more sense, I guess. But even then, 4-4 or -23, I don't know, dude. So you can see, I mean, with our differential, there's definitely a lot of games that could have easily went either way, and we would have been 5-3, 4-4, just like the Cardinals. But we're at 8-0, and we need to try and hold that to go 9-0. And look at that matchup on the bottom. I don't know what the division leader looks like, but 24-21, that's close. Stevens can't get in there. Good job, Monty Rice and Sterling. Got to give it to Sterling. Even though he's not a great run, like block shedder, he does outrun the backside block. Taylor Lewan, they got a really good line. They just have a really good team. Once again, I think they do have Pettis. Is this the team that has Pettis that's still injured? I think it might be. Yeah, I'm almost certain it is, which is kind of weird that he's still hurt. And they are going to actually run it here. And we get him, but I think he gains a yard, which is unfortunate. We got Stevens inside on a hook. To the outside, and we miss. But Dalvin is going to be short. Vildor is the return man. This is interesting. I will say, it kind of makes sense. Ooh, a little stripper. That's your daughter in the future. What? That's not okay to say. 19 touchdowns, 4 picks, 2,000 yards. Jordan Love sneakily putting up an MVP-style season. Of course, as we said many times, lots of dropped interceptions, lots of plays where they should have went for the pick and didn't. We'll be grateful for it, but we're not going to keep that, completely blind. It's important to note that kind of stuff because otherwise you'll get a little too overly confident. And there, what a freaking catch. Attempt Did not bring it down, though. Very good coverage play for them. There was nobody open. Adams going to try to run a man over. Gets it. Gains about 4 yards. And for anyone asking, isn't Adams a superstar? He is. However, with many of the players on this team, we're such a low overall that they won't show the actual star because he doesn't have an ability yet. So maybe by 2 episodes from now, hopefully he'll finally have it. And jeez, that defense, I mean, they have, that's why it's so surprising is they probably have a top 3 team in the league. And of course, Jeudy's back. I don't know if we fully mentioned that or not. And here he drops the ball. I will say it looked like Jordan Love left that a little behind him. But we got to catch that ball. And here, look at this punt. Look at this punt. This is a god tier punt. Down to the 2. Okay, Cody Grace could be back. We'll see. We've had a couple of, punts lately that weren't up to Cody Grace par. But he could be back. Could be a run. We might try to shoot it. We try to shoot it. We don't. That means someone's open over the middle. Not really. We pretty much just sold out a deep blue, and it didn't actually cost us anything, which is shocking. Maybe should have looked for a new linebacker, as Ty Summers is kind of, regressing a little bit. And there goes Burke Irvin with the sack. I mean, we've seen Ty Summers, same blitz situation with Burr. Actually got in there a little bit slower, so probably could have followed Burr in, and he didn't even come close to getting the sack. He got locked up. And Ty, gets absolutely torched on the cut move by Dalvin. That's about a 9-yard gain. Inside. Got to get that hit stick, Stevens. You force a fumble, it counts, man. You don't have to actually get the ball. You just have to force a fumble or tackle or whatnot. Definitely not Stevens' fault there, as he did have the deep blue. Can't really sell out for an underneath look. That's a good set of blocks. Ty Summers down the sideline. Can't catch him. Does get him after the cut move as Ashton gets burned. That is a huge gain for Dalvin, who's actually struggling today. But then again, we've seen this many times in the past where struggle, and then really good set of blocks. They bust one out, and the confidence is back. And Stevens! Come on, man. You can't let him get 4 there. I get it. Dalvin's Dalvin, right? But you had an opportunity. Red wine's in. Stevens kind of running all over the field here. That is a field goal from Mahomes, basically. What the hell was that? Might leave that tight end open, but that's fine. And they perfectly pick it up. Nothing else to say. And what a dime, but a hit by Monty Rice that knocks the ball free. Legend stuff, because that will force a field goal. Do we have Jerry Jeudy? We do have Josh Adams, though. He catches it. Runs a man over. Beautiful stuff. You don't got to be the greatest. Let's actually trust Metcalf. Well, it's not up to Metcalf. Albert could get his first catch as a Flyer. Underneath again to Adams, who's going to run through some players. I'm surprised he had the energy to do so. 3 straight plays with him being the receiver. Caught that with one hand, basically, too. The man's a tank. Does Adams really have it in him to do another play? He does. And he runs through another one. Adams is an absolute animal. He's definitely not up for it this time. He's like, okay, coach, please, stop, please. Jerry Jeudy on the inside absolutely sells, and they intercept the ball off the deflection. You've got to be kidding me. Come on, Jerry. That was supposed to be a gimme play to get you back into the thing, and you just completely sold on us, man. To the outside. Ashton, wow. Mahomes is just putting the ball in, really risky spots, but how risky is it when you complete the pass, Yeah, Stevens going to have to run back ASAP. Monty really can't get a hand on that, though. Come on, Monty. Stevens also playing some tough roles here, having to play the deep ball. Inside. He missed the hit stick, and Jair doesn't miss the tackle, unfortunately, because that's going to be an extra 15 yards. Start of the second quarter. They're looking good to put up another set of points. Nope, they're actually going to throw. Quick throw outside, Jair. And we just sell. That's that. We just sold hard there. Dalvin just runs right by. Sometimes Dalvin just surprises me, man. Campbell on the inside. And there. Man. Akeem Hicks. I thought he was playing edge. Yeah, I don't like this look. I was going to go for it, but we can't have a drive. The drive's already kind of derailed with that sack. We have a full rollout play here. Just going to have to sell it out. And I am surprised. Thank God they fought for it because I thought that was going to be picked again. We had to sell there. There was no one else really open there. Do we streak Knox? We streak Knox. We removed the Rager route. Right down the middle. Main Street. Knox with the savior. That's really all he's good for lately. I just don't think teams realize how fast he is until they play him. We're going to go with the play action here. Let's get Albert O with the block. Jeudy could be freaking wide. Not really, but I mean, where else are we going to throw it? Under pressure, no one open. And that is intercepted by the cornerback who just made an absolute god tier play. We are selling hard. And he's still going. Holy crap. You've got to be kidding me. We're down by 10, and they're on their way to scoring more. Close in on that. Good job. And there you go. Miles a little vicious there, but he gets the job done. Finally, a little bit of pass rush. Answer there was kind of no. And we may have had Rager for a touchdown. Anal zone with the tackle. Damn it. Adams is my main look here. The savior of the day has to be Adams. Are you joking me? And Knox comes up with the catch. How are you going to call that an inaccurate throw? That was exactly where it had to be. We're selling out, speaking of, for Jeudy here. Double move on the inside. He's got him. Jeudy's got him. Off to the races. Can he break the tackle? He can. Well, not really break it, but he broke off in front of Fitzpatrick. There you go, Jeudy. Making up a little bit for some of these plays to save the QB. There goes Adams. And there he was about to run through two players again, but unfortunately gets stood up exactly at the 10, which is harsh. This is a must-score situation. Even if it's just 3. Rager tries to make a little shimmy move. Gets to the 2. Not bad. And yes, I said 2 really weirdly there. I think, honestly, Josh Adams is the best bet because we have this look. And the off-tackle run. Who is it? Pass rusher, I would assume. Darius Leonard. Damn. Come on, Love. Come on, Love. There you go. Couple of rushing touchdowns on the year. He's honestly, even with this game today, if he especially can come back and show that he's clutch, he could still be the front runner for MVP. Overall, I felt like we've actually done pretty well, especially when you consider the other times we've played against them. 3rd and 4. Underneath, Monty should have that, and he does. Monty, the tackling machine. Yeah, that's a really bad drive. You just got to get a first down or 2. You know, it doesn't matter if you score. Instead, you're giving us a 2-minute warning to work with, which fair enough that when we could throw a pick 6 in the first throw. I really don't trust in us today, but that last drive showed a lot of promise. We can do this, okay? We can do it. And of course, the new kick. Get out of his way! The new return man, Corey Grant, comes in. Gets to the 25. Not a bad return at all. Actually, a really solid one. We're in some trouble. There you go, Jordan Love. That was a tough one. Metcalf. There was no pressure there, Jordan. Come on. You got to hit that one. A little bit of an option here. What do we want to do? We're just going to have to hand it off. I will say Adams has had some blocks today. Clock is draining, but I honestly feel really good about Metcalf 1-on-1 here. We'll see. I mean, this could be... That is pass interference. You can't get a hold of Metcalf. Metcalf barely beat him by a yard, but a yard is a lot. You know, you really think about a yard, that's a lot of yards. That's not a lot of yards, but it's a lot of separation. Metcalf again. Not this time. That is close. Anal zone, I hate you. Maybe not huge. I will say, I try to get the spin there. I will say Minkah Fitzpatrick has kind of been a little off today, which is a little surprising, but he does recover. Like, to even get that much separation on him is a little surprising. Jeudy could be the score on the backside there. They covered it perfectly. That is a 1.5. We've got to be careful, man. I will say there was a ton of contact there. I mean, we're the ones playing like a 3-5 team here, but we are only down by 3. Like, we are just giving it all. Like, we're playing every single risk. Like, every single point feeds, like, a million families in America or something. Like, we are trying to get every single point possible. Look at the kicker, Joey Sly, with a hit. Send it to Pat. Stevens could have a shot. Oh, that was a crazy bait. But, of course, it's a first down instead. Oh, my Lord. Stevens with the play. Rice down the sideline. Has a chance to score. And he has the speed. He will. What an insane play. We lead at half. Let's take another look at this one. Look at that. Should have had the pick, Stevens. But Monty Rice with the awareness. An absolute legend in the making. Not going to lie. A little surprised to be leading at half. Just a little bit. We stood tough in the pocket. We did have Knox, but Dontari Poe brings us down. The inside could look decent here. I was about to say. And look at Adams. He almost gets the whole thing. He does get it. Wow. Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. But tell me what you want. Adams, he's just so much fun. Inside, perfect throw. Went back to the play we thought had a lot of potential. The blocks finally came along. I mean, statistically, we're not playing well, but Adams has, and I think that's been a key factor into us climbing back into this one. The run game has just been solid. Let's just throw it underneath. We did have the wheel routes. Look at Adams getting a free first down. What are they doing? They do realize he's gashing them, right? Alberto, let's get a block from him. He's so far just been a blocker for us, but he'll get his time. And there you go. I mean, oh, look at the one-hander. Look at the one-hander from Metcalf. Trusting Rager on that outside look. That's a risky one, and he can. That is a dime. Oh, my Lord. That might be Jordan Love's best throw. I get the cornerback at any point could have made a play on the ball, but he was so focused on being beat by Rager. That is a throw of throws into double. Look at that beam. An actual beam of light. Knocked the freaking pylon camera. That was actually really cool. Okay, that was cool. That might be the coolest thing we've ever had in a franchise. That's why you don't always skip, kids. Let's get a little bit of Myles Garrett action in there. Myles Garrett pushing to the outside. And how? We're usually the ones getting burned. On stuff like that, we always get jump ball, but the ball was severely underthrown. And Mahomes' first throw back throws an interception. I don't even know what to tell you what's wrong with the Seahawks team. I really don't know. I mean, you look at that roster, it's insane. But yet, of all the teams we've played, they just don't play well. Is this team actually the Browns in disguise? Inside zone, I mean, they're bringing all the players to the wrong sides. If the receivers win their blocks, we should have a decent gainer, and we do. Runs right over Minka, and that should be over 100. Oh, it's not even close. Jesus, my math is off. Knox on his own. I think that's one of his favorite types of routes, right? Gonna throw it underneath to Jerry, who drops it again. Been a little droppy today. 2nd and 10 inside. Good old halfback draw. I feel like they're gonna blow this up. Not really. And Adams slips up a 2. I don't care what you say, he's by far the most talented running back on this team. Not even close. Pollard's a good player. He's just fast. That's a risky one. Oh my God. What a throw, an amazing catch. And I don't know what these DBs are doing. They're just not aware. Another shot at Alberto's first catch of the game for us. Nope, it's going to be another underneath to Adams, who runs violently again. Almost doesn't fall down. I desperately want to get Adams a touchdown here, but I don't think it's going to happen. Whatever, we'll try it. Oh my Lord, he is a freaking tank. Let's see what we got. We can hand it off. Adams runs through his guy, but Darius Leonard, not an easy guy to run through. Get some help. For some reason, I think the DT is going to win this. We'll see. Oh, what a pickup. Was that Mailata coming in? Whoever number 66 is, saved it, takes down Minka Fitzpatrick, and Love scores another one. And that's not going to count. Oh, he's still going. Huge hit, though, off the edge. Nice. Oh, well. Stevens. Oh, how does he drop that? Which deflections, kind of? They should have, like, 5 deflections or something. I don't know. I think 5 deflections is, I mean, that's a lot. To get your hand on 5 passes. Oh, and then we miss. And that's our job to be over there, too. They are getting on the field with Dalvin, but once again, I think they've just made too many mistakes on offense. Like, I can't even say we're as good as we're playing. We're just not making mistakes like they are. And we had 2 interceptions this game, and they still only have 13 points. They haven't scored since half. Stevens. Oh, they're going to say he gained a yard. Really, the only best bet for Stevens, who I just don't think has enough speed, is the blitz. Okay, he was the spearhead on that one. He's got to be close. The had to count as 1. Don't you dare tell me that was Monty Rice, because Stevens is the one that slammed him. We're coming with another blitz. McKinnon might be left wide open. And knocked out by Alexander. Of course, they have to go for the field goal here because this only drops them to a 2-possession game with a full quarter left to play. Adams has played well, but usually when teams know we're going to run, they actually do hold him pretty well because obviously he's a power back. He needs at least some sort of momentum to get going. Oh my lord. Adams has been working over 100 today. Oh, look at Adams. Look at him go. I'm sorry, Pollard. You might have lost your job, but in fairness, it makes more sense to have Pollard as the backup as well. Fresh receiving back. Adams is basically breaking a tackle every time. It's not always going for a lot, but we knew this is what the potential he had was, is to make these types of plays. And here, we might have sold a little too hard because we're going to have to pass it here because Adams is going to be tired. Throw it away. And we don't get it off. Thankfully, he doesn't fumble, though. Anal zone. Stop. And I feel like I've said it too much, so end zone. Okay, is everyone happy? Do we play the smart play and run it, or do we risk a pass? We'll risk a pass. Ooh. Luckily, they called that overthrown, which it was, obviously, but if Love keeps that in, I think that's PI. We at least moved the ball a little bit, right? You look at that. I don't know. Did we actually score before half when they... Oh, what a punt. What a punt. To the 2 again. Cody Grace. But did we score when they gave us the ball back right before half? Because we just did what they couldn't. We moved the ball a couple of notches. And that's all that matters sometimes. Come on, Stevens. Make the play of the game. Oh, my. That is very close. What a play by Dalvin. Damn. That's just an individual effort. Can't really say much more. Locking up. Damn, we tried to jump that. We had it, but not quite. 8 minutes left. Stevens has a chance at his goal. And, of course, fortunately, the Seahawks have actually a chance to come back. Oh, we got burned. Damn it. We pressed hard and just didn't know if he was going outside. Probably should have known that, though. All right, Stevens, come up to the line of scrimmage. If they run it, we might have a shot. They will not run it. And he throws it away smartly. I think probably should have just taken the fullback. I know it's Burke Irvin, but you never know. Creeping Stevens. And that is a perfect throw. Honestly, Emmanuel Sanders is so open, he probably didn't need to go for the possession. I know he's trying to not fall out of bounds there, but still. Unfortunately, Stevens is out. Miles busting free. Oh, that's a perfect throw. Down to the 5. Yikes. Ian Gesicki gets hurt, which stops the clock without having to waste a timeout. Oh, that's a great throw. I think we had the perfect bait, but I think there was a linebacker already in decent position, so he kind of looked that off, went back over to Manuel, and we have a game. I think we just need to play our game. Just don't worry about, doing what you're supposed to, wasting the clock and all that. Just run what you've been running, Here, we're not going to return this because, like we said, fumble on the kick return is all we need. I get they basically choked the entire game, but I don't want to be known for choking the end of the game. That's the one people tend to think about. Adams, really good start on the drive, 8-yarder. That is a tough one, and it's dropped. I can't tell if he got a hand on it or just distracted him, but yikes. Get the inside look. I think they might leave Adams here. This is going to be a quick throw decision. There you go, Knox. There's a lot of options there. They ran over, I threw it very quickly there, but I think they jumped Adams, which is a little bit shocking, even though he's playing well. They left Knox, and then Rager might have got followed off the line, so I think we made the right call. All right, Adams up the old gutto, and we might have made a bad decision there. Try to cut it back left. We gained 4, though. It's not bad. Gonna look to throw. Rager on a quick throw could be an option. Ooh, look how he hesitated. Jeudy takes one hell of a wallop that momentums him to the first down marker. I don't even know if that's a word, but I said it. 4 minutes left. Adams with the run inside, showing elite level patience. Gets the first again. We're pretty much in field goal range. Don't know the win situation, but this is exactly the type of drive we needed. The problem is, though, a little worried about the amount of carries Adams has had this game. You know, they're probably keying in on something, some sort of tendency he has, and they might try to strip it. Corey Grant is in now, but now we have the other side of it, is Corey Grant could fumble. And a little violent over the neck. I think we should just keep running and just hoping. Whether we get this or not, as long as we don't turn the ball over, we should have a win on our hands. And Peyton Hillis, who almost never has to touch the ball, no pressure at all, fumbles. I guess if there is actually a little bit of pressure because he doesn't touch the ball. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be joking. And that is a great defensive play by Mr. Jair Alexander. On the silver lining of the thing, Stevens does get another chance at a scenario, but I don't really care too much about it. We might sell out here. Stevens, the legend, gets it last second. On top of it, makes a huge play, gets the edge. Dalvin brings, gets a good hit on him, but not good enough. And it's a 3rd and 19. Obviously 4-down territory. You can say trust your defense all you want, but there's not really a whole lot of trust there. Inside, huge play by Ty Summers. If Ty doesn't get a grab on him, he's got a good look. 4th and 10, pretty much for the game. Once again, unless we get the ball and turn it over again. Been trusting man coverage, so we'll do it again. And that is a dime. Hit stick attempt, I think, by Ashton, but that is such a risky throw. It was a good one, but risky. It was a quick throw. And that's picked off by Vildo for the second time this game. I don't know what to tell you. Coming out of the immersion a little bit, we have the sliders on 85% accuracy. What more do you want from us? This defense just absolutely made Mahomes look like a second-class QB, which makes no sense, but here we are. Great block by Albert. Oh, did you see the block there? Absolutely took him away. And that's going to be the win. It's ironic that we threw, 2 picks or whatnot, fumbled once, but this is definitely a game I'm more proud of than last time. They didn't score much in the second half. We did score a decent bit. We gave up a little bit of momentum. They actually had a chance, and then we just, gunned it again, and we did just enough. What a screenshot, by the way. We did enough to get out in front, hold on, and we won the game. 3 takeaways for both sides. We had less yards per play, but we had more potent yards, as in touchdowns. Monty Rice with a huge pick 6, in fairness. Stevens got in front of it. And Stevens, I believe, does have himself superstar development, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Jordan Love and Mahomes really did not play their best games. I honestly thought Mahomes threw more than 3 picks. It definitely felt that way. Jordan Love still having an MVP year. You got to remember he did have 2 rushing touchdowns as well. I really wanted Adams to get some sort of rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, something. Unless he didn't. No, he didn't get a receiving touchdown, unfortunately. Adams, 22 for 153. No fumbles. Broke more than 5 tackles. EA. Please. I remember one of the runs he broke like 3 or 4 alone. I think what happens is unless he finishes it, it doesn't count. So when he runs through 2 players and then the third one brings him down, it doesn't count. So he probably did have about 12 broken tackles. Of course, Hillis fumbled on his 1 carry receiving. Who had the touchdown? Jalen Ray. Oh, yeah, that beauty on the sideline. Dalvin did have a great game. There's no arguing, though, that Adams was the better running back. Dalvin just had gashing lanes and a couple of blown plays on defense from us. A lot of balance there. A lot of players on our team had a touch on the ball. Some of them I wish didn't, a.k.a. Mr. Hillis, but still. Sack totals, we had 3 of them. And Vildor, 2 picks. Maybe he's on his way to superstar. You don't see cornerback too much, but you never know. Stevens, though, that's a big one. That's a big one. We also have some upgrades, which is nice. Marcus Gilbert, assuming we did remember to put him in the lineup, had quite the game. Pretty damn good. It's pretty good. He has an upgrade too, which is kind of surprising. Adams, hopefully close to an actual 80 overall, which is going to be insane. Breakout player. You knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Stevens with Superstar Development. Only 2,000 XP, but I don't really care about that, to be honest. And as we usually do, by teasing you guys, we're going to sit it here for now. 9-0. We just don't feel like a 9-0 team. Let's take a look at the actual awards real quick. I just want to see if Love is on the top. He is at 9-0. Russell Wilson, number 2 with an 8-0 season. Not bad at all. Rodgers at 8 with a 6-2 season. Interesting stuff. But yeah, I mean, let's keep that season going. It's a good season going against the Buccaneers next week. We might have successfully knocked the Seahawks out of the playoffs. 3-6. They got to go 10-6 to be able to make a chance. That's 7 straight wins, which is harsh. We almost locked up a spot already. I know the Niners have yet to play, so if they go 6-3, they're only 3 games back. But 3 games back with 7, I mean, that's a pretty good shot. So this is a magical season. It'll probably end up in a wild card loss, which is going to be ironic. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, you want to see the sliders real quick as well. Where is it? Gameplay sliders. This is what we're rocking with. I know I get a lot of questions about it. So this is what we're rocking with. I don't really know how to make it any harder without making it literally impossible. And we have 36 run block, 85 QB. Now, we don't get any pass rush on 48 pass block. I think 74 run block. They definitely get good lanes, but we've been able to break through every once in a while, so that seems good. If this going down or up makes it harder, let me know. I've just noticed that whenever I touch this, it becomes easier only like almost every time, no matter which way I put it. So I just don't touch it. But yeah, I mean, this is where we're at. But yeah, like I said, if you liked it, maybe like, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Check out the second channel, PKR Plays. Maybe check out Twitch, Jeromepkr. So basically everything, even Xbox, is Jeromepkr, except for the second channel, which obviously can't be the same as this channel. That's not how it goes. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you come back for next video. Today will be only this video, but tomorrow will be 2. If you have a suggestion for what you want to see tomorrow, let me know. I've got a lot of ideas. It's just, other than Titans, there's nothing really in place. So if you got something you want to see, let me know. But until next video, see ya!